think that, put in perspective, that is what it is. However, I see, for me, this NDC and NPP issue is neither here nor there. We should be ashamed of ourselves as a country that a hospital that the funding and everything was secured as far back as 2007. We are in 2026 and we are still talking about an inability to complete
almost 20 years.
That is the mind-blowing aspect of this. That should tell you how our development is what it is. It means that we don't even understand what you call priority. Because if we look at Afari, and we are looking at it as a real big hospital that should augment CAP in that region of the country.
Yeah.
And since 2007, that funding has been secured. We are in 2026 and we are still talking about completion and operationalizing. That is the microcosm of how we plan in this country. That is how this exposes our lack of planning and effective implementation as a country. So it is neither NDC nor NPP. What NPP is doing today, NDC did it. NDC also did same.
Yeah.
So you see that when you put the NDC and NPP on the same scale, they all look at the political advantage. But for us to have such a major project, and for all these years, the project is not complete, and it's still a political football answer today, is the problem. And the most grievous crime about that project is that because of NDC and NPP politics, because of politicization, because of delay, variation cost on the project cost us $19.3 million. That money could build a district hospital. Yeah. That if we had completed the project according to plan, we would not have incurred that $90.3 million additional expenditure because we delayed the project, and in every contract, the clauses are there that if the project delays and cost of materials goes up, including inflation and everything, the contractor has the right to review the price of the project. And as a result of that, we have incurred a cost of $90.3 million because of politics. Because Kufuor left the project, NDC came and said, oh, they really think that the project must rather go to the north because they think that CAT is doing a lot for here, and the north didn't have any big hospital. So they thought that sending it to the north would have been a better option. And that decision back and forth led to the delay, and the contractor. Why do we have to have a project, funding is secured, and the project should delay to the so we have to have additional cost of $90.3 million? Yeah. Sometimes I don't understand the way we do things. We just waste public money, and nobody is going to be punished for us wasting $90.3 million. Nobody, because they'll say it's the project we delayed. It is a contractual agreement that the contractor can review the cost if price of materials and inflation changes. So we sit down and we lose $19.3 million on a project that we could have completed within time because the funding had been ready from day one. This is what I want to look at it from, not the NDC NPP politicization. The national interest of how we are able to start projects and we are unable to complete on time, and we incur additional cost, money that could have been used to solve other problems of the state. Year on year, if you read our national budget, they will tell you how much we are spending on variation costs on projects like roads, hospitals, schools, projects that we start, we couldn't complete on time, that the additional expenses that comes in because there is a delay. And we have to use public money to go and pay for. For me, that is the most important thing. And I'm saying this because all the general hospitals that this government has decided to abandon, not to do anything about it, they will all attract variation costs. They will all attract variation costs one day. By the time we decide I want to complete it, the contractors will come and say, the time that you gave us the contract, cement was this, iron rod was that. Yeah. Now, these are the prices, and therefore, the money you want us to use to complete it can no longer complete, so we need additional money. And they will now go and take taxpayers' money and pay additional money to be able to complete these things. It makes no sense to me, and I think that some people need to be held accountable for this kind of losses. We cannot keep on justifying this kind of losses. Because I don't see why we should. The hospital is not NDC or NPP hospital. When it is completed, they will not say that if you don't have NDC card, you won't go to the hospital. Neither will they say if you don't have NPP card, you won't go to the hospital. It is our taxpayers' money that has been used to build it. So it is for all of us. So why do we sit down and one party comes and say this, another party comes, they do politics with it, the project delay, we spend more money on it, while the people are looking for places to go and seek health care. I don't understand. So me, this NPP, NDC issue about the whole thing, I am not interested. I'm interested in the fact that it is Ghanaian taxpayers' money that we are talking about here. So why would we leave things to rot that level for us to go and pay more money? That's what we are talking about. All the equipment that are supposed to be fixed have been purchased and they are lying there. Assuming that by the time we finish, they say, oh, this equipment, the software has expired. So you have to go and buy a new one. It's additional cost. So I don't understand why, as a country, governments take delight in just deciding that a project started by government A, I am not interested. And they will leave it. And then one day we'll come back and say, okay, we think that now we have to do it. And then we go and add more money to it. Waste taxpayers' money. Nobody gets punished. And then we all expect this country to move forward. No country that is developed has behaved this way. When they have a project, they plan, they implement it effectively and make sure that the project is delivered on time. That is how come they are developed. So we cannot develop when this is the way we do things, because each party comes and decide how to approach some of these things. And at the end of the day, we are still here talking about project that has been signed, money was available as far back as 2007, and in 2026 we are talking about the fact that the project is not completed. If you are a Ghanaian, ask yourself, are we being normal? If you are a Ghanaian, ask yourself whether we are being normal in this country.
Right.
Whether the governments we give power to govern us, whether they really have our interest at heart, that the money has been secured and it's a loan that is attracting interest, and we are going to pay the loan with interest to. It's a loan with interest Ghana is paying. And then the money has been lying there since 2007 up to today, and we are unable to complete the project. And we have added additional 19.3, the project was $180 million. And because of delay, we have to pay additional $19.3 million for the same project. The project has not changed. The same size, not that we have added anything, but we have paid more because the projects are delayed. How do we do these things to ourselves and then we turn it to NDC NPP? Yeah. It is the ordinary Ghanaian that is suffering, because the additional $19.3 million is the taxpayers' money that we have wasted for nothing.
Very well. Cliff.
Elvis nearly took the wind out of my sail. But it's a reflection of the kind of people we are. And I have maintained and said on this same platform that the media has become the Achilles heel of this our democracy. Because we are a people that continue to exhibit signs of weak faculty. We are not a thinking society. We are dumb. We are deaf in everything that we do. And we care little about the progress of this society. We pretend to care when in actual fact that is not what we intend. It is very, very sad. Ever since 2007, I know the final parliamentary approvals and everything ended somewhere in latter part of 2008. Yeah. There were supposed to be 9 projects, all operated under what we call the 10-key
project
approach. Yeah. When the change of government came, you know what we refer to as the Ga East. The original plan, that hospital should have been sited in Adentang. But like Elvis said, out of our own political gimmickry and whatever, we brought it to Ga East. As for Accra, even if you decide to site the hospital far away in Tema, because of transportation, it makes it easier, or accessibility is somehow easier. So, irrespective of where you locate that project. Ashanti region was to get, I think, 3 of those projects. 1 regional hospital, then the military hospital, and then I think 1 in Konongo. Konongo has been completed, commissioned, and operationalized, I guess. And it has to take 3 governments. 3 different governments. And like Evie said, this is a turnkey project, a project that the funding has been secured. If my memory serves me right, I think all the 9 hospitals were going to cost the country $700 million. It took more than 8 years to complete and operationalize the Wa Regional Hospital, which was one of the projects. Almost 20 years. We are still haggling. Instead of looking at the issue, but for the Confranoti CEO issuing that fiat that their accident and emergency ward center could no more absorb new cases, would we be having these discussions? The late Dr. Omanibuama, may he so rest in peace. Yeah. After 16 years of delay, because the project has transcended that of President Kufuor's administration, President Mills' administration, President John Maham's administration, President Akufo-Addo's administration. Both double silencer, because Mills, John Mahama, Emisata, Akufo-Addo Bawumia.
And now John
Mahama. And even when the late Omanibuama gave the assurance that having inspected where we have gotten to, by September 2025, that hospital should have been operationalized. And it is the biggest hospital if we complete and operationalize. It is the biggest hospital in Ashanti region. To be the biggest hospital in Ashanti region, 500 bed capacity. And what do? We, the media, allow ourselves, we mislead the whole public, playing along the NDC MPP politics. We started with Saglemi housing. Let me even go back. President Kufuor started with affordable housing project. Today, go to Wa, the land that was secured for that project have been encroached upon because nobody thought it fit that in building new modern societies, you ease the pressure. We abandoned it. No government. Almost 20 years after, more than 20 years after we conceived that idea, go to Wa, go to Boga. We abandoned it. Kufuor was left. President Akufo-Addo had to come and complete a few, but some of the buildings are still standing there. Boteman, Saglemi, go to Cape Coast. When we get to the Cape Coast Police headquarters, there are uncompleted buildings with the pillars there. Started as far back as 1974, 1975 under the head of state, General Achampon's regime. What kind of a people are we? And then they will tell you stories. But have we drilled down? Yes, government has started Agenda 111. It may not have budgeted for it. The rational thing we should do is ask rational questions. Would the hospital serve a purpose? If the hospitals will serve a purpose, why don't you look for money to complete those hospitals before we move on to the next thing? We have abandoned the hospitals. We are erecting 263 not kiosks, so-called 24-hour market.
Oh, you are talking about health.
I'm looking at well, it serves a purpose. Something went into the conceptualization. So, and I'm not a health expert. So I'm not.
But I don't know how someone went into the conceptualization.
As for that, of course, I'm a social science student. So that is my field and my domain. I can talk conveniently about it. You understand? Mm-hmm. I have had an argument to tell somebody that hospitals by their nature or by default are 24-hour operating ventures. And once you build a hospital, what you are seeking to do with the 24-hour economy will in itself, like a concentric figure, will find a way to express itself over there. But that is even not the issue. The issue is that whether it is Agenda 11 or 24-hour economy, it is the same kitty the funding is coming from. So any serious-minded society, the consolidated fund is one. That is where we are all drawing the money from. Can we complete it? When we have completed it and we have handed it over for the people who need it as an essential facility, can we now, then we can now come and look at what we call the encomiums, what might have gone into it and all that. Yeah. We have, look at Saglen, for 16 years. And it is not as if people, everybody has a place to lay the head soundly and safely. We borrowed $200 million to construct 5,000 houses. We expend virtually all the $200 million. We are unable to even build 1,500. Right. That is an issue to be dealt with. But as a thinking society, the 1,005, how did we secure safeguard to ensure that we don't add to the already existing costs? We solve problems for suffering people, because if we had completed and operationalized the 1,500, yes, we may have incurred some extra costs, but I don't think that cost will be as high as today. Yeah. You understand? And the saddest thing is that even the government that initiated that project comes in and there's no agency to that particular project. Right. And this is where
there's agency.
Well, 1 year, how many months you haven't operationalized it? I doubt if that will be.
No, work is going on.
Well, whether work is going on, so to take additional 4 years for the work to be completed. Well, the word agency is relative, so whether work is going on or not.
Yes. But the issue is that we are going to spend like another $120 million to be able to complete the.
Have we now agreed on that? Because I remember when the previous government talked about 220 million, people vehemently denied it.
No, this government is continuing that plan.
With the 120 million.
Yeah, to complete
so now we have agreed that what they said at that time was actually there. Yeah. Okay.
And then there was additional money, about 40 million, to bring in water. And
well, that is
like so that project is going like almost 400 million instead of the 200 million.
So Cliff, as you drop from
the challenge is that the politicians will always exploit where our weakness, irrespective of which political group is in power.
Okay.
It is we, the citizenry, that might be up and doing. And there is a reason why the media is positioned within the political space to play a certain role. If the media moves out of the NDC, MPP jingoism, we will be able to help the critical mass understand and appreciate some of these things.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, those who conceive those projects conceive it as a solution to our problems.
Right.
So as any thinking society, a right thinking society, the first option or the first concern for us should not even be what goes wrong with the project. Our concern is what goes right with the project. And what goes right with the project will be delivering the project, handing it over to us, and then subsequently going after those. But a situation where you make what went wrong with the project your priority, for which reason you abandon it and still keep or exacerbate our suffering, means that you are not fit to lead us, and we must get up and fight this system.
Absolutely.
Well, so Joshua, I've been to the location for the Afari military hospital. I went there with the minority, and here I'm not talking about the MPP minority. I'm talking about the NDC minority, with Akando, the current health minister, as the ranking member for the committee. And I remember witnessing oxygen cylinders, left in the open. to rust, literally. And we took videos of that. I'm told now the media people who went to Dr. Iwe whom we just saw moments ago, engaging the media, who is now in the shoes of Kwabena Mintah Kando. Then he was the chairman for the health committee. He's now ranking member. Saying that some bags of cement have been equally been left in the open to kick. It's unconscionable that years down the line, we're still running in circles relative to putting that facility to use.
Yeah.
A facility that the structures have been completed. In fact, it has been donned with painting. It's been painted. Some equipment had actually been fixed. And not just this one. There's also the treader. That's supposed to be Asante Regional Hospital. And there's a Formina one. In fact, when we visited, the Formina one broke my heart. Because everything that is needed for you to put a health facility to use had been fitted. But instead of the community members getting medical services from the facility, weeds and reptiles were receiving medical services from the facility. And it was so heartbreaking that many of the MPs who visited the place, and of course the place had been overtaken by weeds and what have you, were driven to tears. We spoke to the chief for that community. And his plea was that it should be put to use. Eventually, the facility was put to use. So the Formina Hospital is now in use. For Afari, I just think that at the point, the government of the day then, I think that was under MPP, gave up. When Bridget Jemfi mentions that we require $85 million, I think it's been misunderstood. Yes, the argument is that as of 2024, getting to 2025, the facility was 98% complete. Other estimates put it at 92% complete. And that if that is the rate of completion, why do we require 85 million? Bridget Jemfi, the Deputy Defense Minister, didn't say that we require 85 million to complete the project. He said the contractor needs to be paid. So there are areas that need to be clear. It doesn't mean that the amount of money he's talking about is what will require
to complete the facility.
Exactly. And mind you, many of the gadgets that had been fixed will have to be refixed. Because we've allowed them to rust away. We've allowed some of them at the mercy of the vagaries of the weather. That is a reality. And that's how come when Neville talks about variations in contract sums, it's a whole economy on its own. Unfortunately, we might not get time to talk about the big push subject. That's what the Rules Minister is fighting. Where contractors have discovered an economy of delaying the completion of a project, inflation likely to go up, the exchange rate will deteriorate, and then they come back, vary, and make much more money. It's an economy that nobody has paid attention to, but it's an economy that favors the contractors. And that's what the sector minister is fighting against. Now, what Kennedy Japon said, see, I don't know why we took what he said literally to mean that the MPP did nothing. You see? When you are speaking in Akan, when you are speaking in Twi, you say, oh, Oma Nyehwe, or Mahama Baye Nyehwe. Is that to say that President Mahama, since he assumed office on January 7th, has done virtually nothing? It cannot be. You cannot take that literally. What's the conversation? The conversation is, can people access medical services from Afari Military Hospital? No. And for that, it is unconscionable. It's a blot on all the politicians who have been in power for God knows how many years now. But he had issue with his own government because he was chairman for the Defense and Interior Committee. And that's supposed to be a military hospital. And he said that at the point he was stopped from visiting the facility to highlight the fact that the project has stalled. Let somebody dispute that. Again, the others who are hailing Kennedy Japon saying that, oh, he's a man of truth, he's speaking truth and what have you, and these are the people we need. No, Kennedy Japon is a politician who speaks the truth when the truth benefits him. And that's a fact. it was a precursor to what we are now witnessing. You've heard him grant interview to his own media network, and it's gone ballistic. Yeah. Yes, that's Kennedy Dapon. So those of you who are saying, oh, Kennedy Dapon was just being honest about the Afari government hospital. Do you know when that honesty will have paid? When he was the chairman for the Defense and Interior Committee. If he had come out to say that, the NPP government ought to complete that project before he left office. Trust me, that will have been done. That will have been done. So now it's just truth of convenience.
Yeah.
The point is, we are here. This government must move heaven and earth
to
ensure that it is completed and the very first patient is admitted and is catered for. Well, that's what matters.
So that's Ibrahim Al Hassan also sharing his thoughts on the matter. And people are asking, Charlie, why are you in the Ghana jersey? Yes, we are just supporting the Black Stars with our hearts and our nationality, our patriotism, everything that we have. And so Compi Ghana says that, well, they have this goal rush season here, and so the World Cup fever is on. Everyone is getting excited. Compi Ghana says that the match shouldn't just be on the pitch. Those of us who could not make it to America, to Mexico, to Canada, we need to watch the match. And sometimes it's not just about watching the match. No, it's about how you watch the match. And that's why there are watch parties in various locations. But if you want to stay at home and watch it, make sure you have a very good television. Make sure your sound bar is correct. You can hear, even when the ball hits the goalpost, you can hear the poo sound deep down when the goal is scored, the cheers. That's why Compi Ghana is coming your way this season, and they say it's time to buy your clear, crystal clear TV, sound bars, home theaters, smartphones, laptops, projectors, and more at unbeatable prices. So remember, it's not just a discount sale, it's a chance to win a 100-inch 4K smart TV, cash, laptops, phones, and many other amazing prizes. All you need to do is to spend just 1,000 Ghana cedis and above. So rush to any Compi Ghana showroom or shop online at compugana.com or call 0302 752020, or you can WhatsApp them on 0243 143 143. Compi Ghana Gold Rush season, the ultimate football experience. Now, it's not too late if you also want to be in the US to watch Ghana's matches, because listen, we've got a match on Tuesday against England, another one against Croatia. Well, the GH World Cup raffle says that, listen, you can go. It is not too late. You can go. 2 people can go for the Ghana-England match, 2 more for the Ghana-Croatia match. All you need to do is to buy your raffle ticket at just 10 Ghana cedis. You could win a full World Cup experience package, return flights, accommodation, match tickets to all 3 of Ghana's group stages games in North America. 1 is gone, 2 more to go. And there are also daily consolation prizes too. So cash to your mobile money wallet, autographed Black Stars jerseys, VIP fan pack tickets, airtime and data bundles also available. And every ticket is your vote for the Black Stars and your shot at being there when they play England and Croatia. So just dial star 899 hash, that is star 899 hash on your MTN, Telecel or Airtel Tigo, and just for 10 Ghana cedis you can buy your tickets. So the more tickets you buy, the more chances of winning. Remember, it's star 899 hash, or you can also visit ghworldcupraffle.com to purchase your ticket. We'll be right back after this break. So much for staying on with us. This is still J Today here on GH1 Television. We're having conversations. This is the weekly review. We are looking at all the issues that have, read their heads over the course of the week. Now, let's talk about this one. IB mentioned it. The Fourth Estate raised concerns about some award of contracts when it comes to the big push, how sole source was used, and some irregularities in there. And so a committee was set up. Committee says, well, there's no wrongdoing found. So as it stands now, the road ministry, no giddy giddy. Ibrahim, let me start with you on this.
Yes, they say vindication is in the womb of time, right? Yes. And this is not the first time we are discussing this. I remember sitting here and saying that in Parliament, I've worked with Abuja as the, first of all, ranking member for the Committee on Rules and Transport, and then also as Minority Chief Whip, right? And if there is anybody who is so meticulous about his job, and this is not just me saying it, on the floor of Parliament, the Speaker has had reason on countless occasions to single him out about how punctual he is, how diligent he is. And I would have been shocked if the road minister had supervised the award of contract because of kickbacks. That I'm not giving you contract on merit, but it's because of what will come to me personally. It would have been difficult for anybody to convince me that that was what happened, right? Many people did not understand the point I made, right? They called and said, no, but how can you put your reputation on the line for a politician? You see, yes, we know politicians. And we know that politicians are fair weather friends, mostly. Joshua, if you go through your phone, I'm sure that many people who are in government today, who are calling you, when you cough, they will respond. Now, getting them for content is even a challenge.
Yeah, when you're calling them, they think you want to ask for money. Meanwhile, you just want an interview.
Joshua, I think we should tell them that we don't need their money. I think we should just sit here and tell them that, see.
Before you were there,
exactly, we survived. So why would we not survive? Because, Charlie, but they don't get it. They don't get the memo. Usually, they won't get it until they go out. Then they now see it clearly. It happens. Now, so I said that. And so the report didn't come to me as a surprise at all. Right. The committee was led by Valerie Sawyer. Who did investigation. I felt that Fourth Estate came from a very genuine place, but they got many things wrong, right? Because before you award the contract, there's a process. And I felt their target should have been the Public Procurement Authority. Because every single of those contracts cleared, stamped by Public Procurement Authority. So I think that if there are issues with pricing, there are issues with the caliber of people who are awarded the contract, instead of the roads ministry, I think the target should have been the Public Procurement Authority.
Right.
Because that's the system we established. But Public Procurement Authority is not mentioned anywhere in the scheme of things. And I said, no, see, any government appointee will come out smelling with roses if a contract is awarded and the infractions are not that, they did not go through the Public Procurement Authority. But your issue is that the people who were awarded the contract lack the capacity. And on the capacity, I sat here and said, no, wait. After the timeline for the completion of the project, if that contractor is not able to execute the contract, then you can question the capacity. For now, it's too early. You can't, in fact, you don't have the means to even question the capacity. Because the timelines have not expired.
Right.
If you say that somebody just has 4 workers, yes, that's a contract that has been awarded. You know what it takes to have about 10 workers? You pay SNIT, you pay taxes here and there, many other things. And you cannot guarantee that you will get contracts. So the contractors, what they do is that when they win the contract, they will go for the people that they require to execute the contract. They are done. Once they are done, they cannot maintain them on their payroll. It's basic. So to me, yes, I've heard Suleiman Abrahama say that the entire report must be published. Yes, I agree. The entire report must be published. But how different would that be from what we have been given? They should not be discouraged. Fourth Estate should not be discouraged. See, we all get it wrong sometimes. This should just be one of them. And then let's help the minister ensure that in fact, the road project, we come from a place where our roads are terrible. Yeah. We all live at places where our roads are terrible. We would rather want to encourage any government that wants to attend to our roads as quickly as possible. As quickly as possible. If they are unable to do that, they will come back and take them on.
Right.
But not these distractions.
Okay. Elvis, let me come to you. This roads issue, government committee, clears the minister and the ministry.
I totally disagree with the report. The report is just a cover-up.
What? How?
Yeah, it's just cover-up. Because Fourth Estate was clear in their mind. They didn't ask for all road contracts. They didn't. They were not interested in all road contracts. They said,
Big push.
Ministry, your government has come for a policy called Big Push. You said you are doing a program called Big Push. Give us the list of all road contracts awarded under Big Push. Okay? And the ministry released the documents to them. They published it on their own website. And they did the analysis of the contract the ministry itself described as Big Push contract and says that your government promised not to do sole sourcing, but the percentage of contracts you have awarded as sole sourcing is too many. That is where the Fourth Estate came from. Okay? When Felix
But did the government ever say they were not going to?
They said they were going to even bring a law. They were going to even amend the public.
To limit.
Said they were going to be amend and scrap public sole source. Why? The point is there. They said they will even amend the law and make sole source illegal. I didn't say it. They didn't do their campaign.
But that has not been done, right?
That has not been done. So the professor says, you are not living by your campaign promise. Because the argument then is made that there's no value in sole source contracts. And that is a source of corruption. That was the argument. That was why they were against sole sourcing. That was why they said they were going to amend the law and scrap it. The voice is there. So they are saying that your promise you made in your campaign. How then did you award this volume of contracts under sole sourcing?
Right.
That's what Professor said. When Felix Fosu held his first press conference on this, what did he say? He said 44% of the Big Push contracts were awarded as what? Sole source. I didn't say it. It was Felix going to a press conference at Jubilee House and gave a percent. It's 44% minimum. Almost half of all the contracts were awarded under sole sourcing. Then the set up by the committee now go and says, oh, total road contract giving is about 900 and something and all that. It's just a cover-up. Focus on what Fourth Estate has said and address it. They obfuscated the issue and ran away from Fourth Estate position. And they are telling us what they want us to hear. That is not what Fourth Estate said. Fourth Estate did not have any problem with all total contracts awarded by the government. They didn't say that. So they shouldn't go and issue a report that is a cover-up to say total road contract awarded is this and that and then write some report to obfuscate the whole thing. That's what Fourth Estate said. So let's be clear. Let's be clear. When somebody raises an issue, the government should respond to the issue directly. They said Big Push. They didn't say all contracts. The report they did said 900 and something contracts. Who cared about 900? Fourth Estate was not interested in 900 and something contracts. It says you said Big Push and you gave the list to them. And now you are not able to challenge that the total sole source contract out of the one you gave to them as Big Push. You couldn't even challenge it. Felix came out to confirm that that's also 44%. Okay? Even Felix even at that time said there were about 400 road contracts and that sole source contract
when he
among them
read the
was
report,
about
the report there.
was about
The report talks about Big Push contracts.
44%. So the point is that Fourth Estate is not interested in your total road contracts. It's not interested in your anything. It says you gave me a list that these contracts are Big Push contracts. And when they did the assessment, this percentage is what? Sole source. And that per your own campaign promise, you are not living up to your campaign promise. I did talk about personnel. Fourth Estate is not the one saying that why do you have one or two people? Fourth Estate point is that per what is advertised as a criteria for you to qualify as a contractor, there is a number of staff that is listed that you must have for you to be qualified for the contract. But some of the contracts have less staff stated in their bid. Okay? Stated in their bid, the number of staff they said they have on their list is less than what the bid was requesting. So how were they awarded the contract? It's not Fourth Estate who said that the bid that is requesting for you to, as a qualification criteria, this should be the staff you have. It's not Fourth Estate who put that qualification there. It's the ministry that put it there.
Right.
And the Fourth Estate look at the criteria and the number of staff you must have to qualify.
So
and
just for clarity's sake,
some of the contractors had less staff. So by that criteria, how then were they awarded the contract?
Okay.
Then you go and do some report and we obfuscate the whole issue. And
so the report, part of the report says that out of the 140 big push projects, 66 were awarded via single sourcing, 51 were awarded via restrictive tendering, and 23 were ongoing projects inherited from the previous government that had been awarded on single source basis and absorbed under the big push. Now, the foregoing reveals that 1,301 out of 1,441.
Don't go.
Then it counts.
The first one is what the first one you read.
Then it counts again to say that under the Big Push initiative, which is only one component of the total work being done by the Ministry of Roads and Highways, less than half, now exactly 47.14%.
Exactly, that's what
out of the 140 were awarded through the single.
That is exactly the point First State has made.
Right.
That your campaign promise, you didn't say that you're going to award that.
So the report also touched on the Big Push.
So the report actually is trying to obfuscate the issue.
Where was
the report commission? The report was not commissioned to look at total road contract. The report was commissioned.
So your point is that they should have just focused solely on.
That is what the president said. The president said they should go and look at the
issues raised
by Fourth Estate.
So they shouldn't have gone.
So that is not needed. They should just tell us the Fourth Estate is right.
Fantastic.
By their own report, they say almost half.
Yes, 47.1%.
Thank you. So the Fourth Estate is right. So what are they denying?
Let me bring.
What are they denying then?
Let me give you the last one on this.
Josh, the media must help this nation. And we can only help when we ask the right questions and raise the right issues.
Right.
I am not a technical person. And I will not pretend to be a technical person. But I have the mind to ask logical and reasonable questions. Is sole sourcing illegal in our country?
No.
If IB does sole sourcing and I have an issue with it, am I permitted to have an issue with Elvis, who criticized IB for doing sole sourcing? Am I permitted to raise questions about Elvis?
Very fair.
Do we have a duty to educate the public about such issues, such that the ordinary man will appreciate and understand when an issue comes on board? So, for example, you are talking about sole sourcing. Do we have that mandate? Why are we beating ourselves up and down? Just because of the politics we do in this country.
Yeah.
Today, are we allowed to refer to the sitting president as a clearing agent? Because this is even a committee of members he appointed that he has constituted who have put out this report clearing them. We have had instances where a national entity like the police CID has conducted an investigation over allegations, over media reports, had submitted its report to the presidency issues a report clearing the people, and we tagged the president as a clearing agent. Are we fair to our conscience? Are we fair to the people? For me, like I've said, for as long as using sole sourcing, single tendering, open tendering, for as long as nobody can point to a law that is violated, I do not have any problem. My only problem is the unprincipled stance, the hypocrisy. And that is why we keep going on in circles and nothing gets done here. If we are a principled people, irrespective of the fact that tendering does not fall under the office of the minister, but he, as the minister, as a lawmaker, he was part of those who made the public procurement law. He couldn't point any contract that somebody went behind the scenes to collect money or to collect bribe when he was accusing the previous administration of using sole sourcing as a conduit for corruption. He has not been able to prove a single one. So when you get the chance to come and sit in the same seat and the very thing you criticize you campaign, you destroy reputations it happens under you. Then the media's role is to point to the inconsistencies and why such a personality is not fit to be in that office. Because you say one thing, and when you get the opportunity, you do another thing. Because when he was criticizing the previous ministers, he never shifted the blame to public procurement. Because public procurement existed. Public procurement oversaw those processes. That is where my issue is. I am not interested because I, as a journalist, I have said that I have a problem. When journalists do investigations and they want to become the police CIDs who will now pick the issue to subject you to criminality, they become officers of the Attorney General to prosecute, and they become judges to pronounce judgment. I have a serious issue with it. I have said when a journalist does his investigation, once you reveal the facts, your job ends there. You follow through to see if state agencies who are to act on establishing culpability have done their work or not. If they have not, you put it out there, then that is a follow-up to the court. But to the extent that once you break a story, where you feel by assembling your data and information suggest some level of criminality, and then another layer of society, those clothed with the necessary tools, necessary understanding of the rudiments that establishes culpability, issues a counter, then straight away that whole institution is brought down because their investigation did not satisfy our wishes. It's not something we must encourage as journalists.
Right.
Because if we do that, what we do is that we destroy the very institutions that are to help build our society. In any case, if you do investigation about a corruption issue, it goes through investigation, you are not satisfied. There are ways to seek remedy.
Right.
If it goes to court and you are not satisfied, there is a way to seek remedy. The court has structures. From a high court, you go to appeal. From appeal, you go to the Supreme Court. Even from the Supreme Court, you can go for a review. Once it is determined in the court as finality, let us understand that per our training and our professional ethics, we are not judges in our own cause.
Sure.
Once we begin to do that, we'll begin to play our watchdog role very well. The report, as stated, is only a confirmation. I will not call it legal because I don't see anything legal in the allegations raised. It's an issue of morality. So as journalists, when we are discussing it, let's separate the laws from the issues of morality, and we'll hold you accountable, because if you are immoral, you are not fit to lead any group of people.
Right.
So you can't condemn sole sourcing once you are in power without giving your brother the opportunity, the understanding, the empathy of you understanding the rudiment that play in there.
Right.
Because when Abuja was all over, it was all based on perception. So if under Mwakwata sole sourcing was used, and you were not talking about a concrete corrupt act, but perception about the fact that sole sourcing is used as a conduit for corruption, and you come and you do the same thing, I am not going to hold you to establishing rare corruption, because when you were criticizing, you never showed that fact. You understand? So for me, it's a moral issue, but we all have a role to play. Let Fourth Estate escalate the discussion to the next level of actual criminality and move away from the perception. If he wants to hold the minister accountable on moral principles, he should state it clearly and push for something to be done. But let us not impugn corruption on everything just because we feel it is so. It is not right for the burden of our society.
That's Clifford Kuful, Chief Reporter, New Times Corporation. Earlier you heard Elvis Darko. He is the managing editor for the News Center newspaper. Ibrahim Al-Hassan, who is head of political desk at the EIB network. We'll take a breather. When we return, Kwekutime will be sitting with our other guests for conversations.
So what did Felix say was clear?
All right, so it's still GH today. My name is Kweku Timin, and yes, you've been looking for that opportunity, for that quick employment. You're an artisan and you're thinking about the opportunities that are available for you. Hey, for some time now, you've been doing good, but you've not been recognized, and you're thinking about that platform that would elevate you. This morning, the businessman is here, and it's Hustle Up. Yes, you've never heard about it? Well, I'm giving you the news. Hustle Up. In a while, I'll introduce the wonderful people behind this technology who share great insights into it with you. Now, forgive me if I mix up the name a little bit because, I've been trying to grab my hands on it. So, Simone Smith-Bean. Did I get it right?
Yes, you got it right on the nose.
So, she's a founder and CEO of Hustle Up. Don't get it wrong. She's also a lawyer and she understands the legality of every bit of it. Later on, she'll tell you more about herself. But together with Simone is D. Antoine Cooper, who is a CEO and founder of Go Father's Delivery and a partner of Hustle Up. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome into the studio. It's GH1 TV, and we have the platform that sells that business. Okay, so let me just come straight to you, Simone. Hustle Up. I mean, even why the name? Tell us a little bit about it for that person who doesn't know.
Everybody wants to hustle. It is almost innate in diaspora culture for us to have multiple jobs and to be able to provide multiple opportunities. And so the application came and was born out of an idea to be able to sell my God-given talents when I needed to sell them the most. And so now we decided to create a platform that's going to allow people to be found, to be booked, and to be paid for their God-given talents, so that they can feed their families and grow their businesses when they in their areas and where they would like to grow their businesses.
The last time that I heard about this, it was still in work in progress. I mean, would you want to update our viewers where you've gotten to? I mean, if it's going to bloom or you're still on working stages, so maybe artisans, uncle and auntie who needs to come for, you need an electrician or something, for them to wait a little bit or right away. We're ready to go and we're flying.
So right now we are available on the Google Play Store for download. When I was here last in January, we were rolling out our website, www.hustleapp.io, and we had over 700 plus users join on our website. We registered many service providers, and we have been providing services to the community for the past year. But now that we've made it to year one, we've decided to roll out an application, and it's available currently on the Android Play Store, and it will be available on the Apple Play Store next week. But right now, we're looking for all of the service providers to reach out. 055-696-3137. Let us get you on the app. Let us show you how to use it, and let us be able to provide the support you need.
I bet that number was very quick.
Yes, I say it again. Yes,
project it on the screen, so it would be of great help to us. But we'll come back to it maybe towards the later on. Dear Antoine, you are a partner in this. You believe in the dream. The vision looks clear. I want you to share with us. I mean, your part you bring to this table. What do you bring aboard?
Great. I bring a great length of experience. Experience through the logistics side point of it. Because, sometimes I notice, and I've looked at, sometimes an artisan or a skillman may not have the capability to get to a job. So we attend and we help out the artisans and the skillmen to make sure that they are well capable of getting to a job and then being taken back from that job. So we help them out with making sure that the ride is on point, clean, presentable, and just to make sure that everything is on point at a certain point of time through our logistics standpoint.
Okay, so share with me, somebody's thinking, look, I want to get this. So I heard it on GH1 TV. I heard it on GH Today. Walk me through what that person should do, because that's the most important. We're looking for people to be able to just take advantage of it.
Absolutely. First and foremost, we want to let you know that this platform is for many different services. It's for hairdressers, it's for makeup artists, it's for photographers, it's for chefs, it's for technicians, it's for waitresses, it's for any service that you think that you would need at your home, plumbers, tailors. We have a lot of tailors. The shoe doctor, shoemakers. Any service that you need when you need it the most, you can find it on Hustle. And the way you find it is that you're able to register on the platform. Customers can go right on the platform, find persons in their area who are providing services, book them instantly or book them in advance for a date that they require. Once they're booked, that is secure. You pay for the booking, and that person will come on the day that they intend to be able to provide your service and provide great service, because we train all of our service providers in order to be on time, to provide great service, and to exceed the expectation of their customers. So you can be assured that when you book on Hustle, you are booking a verified service provider that will be able to give you what you need when you need it.
Antoine will talk about the delivery very quickly, and time is not on my side. But, you know, it's been a hustle indeed when you have to get things to you, when you want, you know, things to be catered to you. I mean, what skill would you come with to ensure that this is also taken up on a smooth note, on a very smooth journey?
Great question. So the way that we want to make things move smoothly in regards to Hustle is just making sure that artisans, if they may have a shoe creator, their shoe creators need to get their products to an attendee or a product servicer. So we just moat that movement from one point to the next. And then we also help servicemen out by electricians that they know they tag along a lot of along of tools. So when the tools are provided, or when they need to take their tools from point A to point B, let's just say, for example, they would have missed out on a certain tool when they have to fix an AC. Well, hustlers now can go, and what the logistics standpoint of it is, they can go to that next thrift store or that tool shop, grab that item that
right
they
on
may
the
not,
app.
right on the app, grab that item. Let's just say that they may not have had that certain tool that they needed to get through the AC. I'm just using that as an example. And then once the artisan or the salesman would have let us know, we go, we grab it, and we bring it back, cutting the time down.
So that you don't have to travel all the way to Tema to go and bring that tool. Oh, wow.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
And then just bringing forth that customer support and that customer service, that the time, we know that time of our clients are needed, and the effort is to make sure that things move in the right direction.
Hustle Up has come to stay. I mean, and this is a big one for especially people at that level who need the opportunity. And we are at that up level who are not getting the right people. Credibility is key. How are you ensuring that these people will come for credible? Have you vetted them? Have you ensured that at the end of the day, these are people who are going to serve us well?
So one of the main goals that we had when we first started this app was to train all of our service providers.
Okay.
So we are located currently in Accra and in Ho, in Volta region. And we have conducted training on the ground with our service providers to give them the skills they need to show up on time, to provide their service with pride and with utmost skill, and to be able to bring some happiness to the customer at the end of the day. And so we've vetted them, we've made sure their backgrounds are correct, we've made sure that they have the skills that they need, and we can assure you that when we assign this person, or you go ahead and find the person that you want when you need them the most, they will be able to provide you with that service that you need. No more waiting. No more, oh, I'm coming. Oh, I couldn't come yes now.
And, you know, it exists at that level
Of
so
course,
much, you
of
know.
course.
When you
And
need any service, it's just not happening. And you are thinking, where can I get this qualified personnel?
Exactly. And especially when people are just coming to Ghana for the first time. How do I find a braider? How do I find a mechanic? How do I find, you know, and there are times when you are looking for somebody and they've disappointed you. Call us.
For all
Reach us.
diasporans especially, I think this is the app you need to just get on your phone. I mean, I'm sure it's an easy one to get on your phone
Absolutely.
now. And you're following. How is it looking like?
Well, at the moment, we are running a competition. We are hoping to get to 10,000 followers this week. Listen, we need your help. Go on hustleapp.io. Visit our social media pages at Instagram as hustleapp.io, Facebook as hustleapp. If we make it to our 10,000th follower, you will receive an MTN package.
All right.
Go on today.
Dear Antoine, I'll take your final words for everybody out there listening to anything about Hustle Up.
Yes, I believe that this is the greatest app that's ever been made, in my opinion. I'll be honest with you, I've seen
I
it.
believe so too. I share in that.
And we cater to a large, not only from our skillsman standpoint, but also from a client standpoint who who we've heard that they've had issues with tilemen may not come in, or electricians may not have done the correct work, but for the most part, we want to make sure that everything is good. So download the Hustle app.
He says download. I'm downloading right away. But I first asked the process because I want you to step-by-step guide somebody
Absolutely.
out there. Yeah.
So you visit today, if you go in the Google Play Store, you look for Hustle app, HUSTLEAPP. It will be an H with a $sign through the center. You download the application, it's going to ask you, give your location. That way they'll be able to have artisans who are around you show up on the platform. Once you download and you choose your location, you can pick whether you are a customer, a hustle provider, or a hustle creator, right? And so if you're a hustle provider, that means you're providing a service. And if you're a hustle creator, you're creating a job for somebody who is a hustler. So as a hustle creator and you're a customer, you get on the platform and immediately all the people in your area will appear there who is available to provide you a service. You can go on their site, on their page, look at the services that they provide, choose the service, pick the time you want them to come, pay for the service, and they will be on their way. We have an instant booking option as well that allows you to book the person instantly, and they will be on their way. And in the event that you are technically not so savvy, you can give us
I was coming to that because my mom is not too, online app and everything,
Of course.
And the beautiful part is you can see it on your screens right now, so just go ahead.
Yes,
for those people.
For the aunties, for the mummies who are not so technically savvy, like my mummy, you can go on, call us, 055-696-3137, and we can put you with the service provider that you need. We have a team here in Accra that is ready to take your call and connect you with who you need when you need them.
It's beautiful. The numbers will stay on the screens for some time, so you can actually just note it down, call them immediately. And remember, for those of you who can follow them, do so. You might be getting a great gift coming in from them. Dear Antoine, I asked for your final words, but I'm having to come back to you again because when you look at this revolution on the job field, on the hustle field, for somebody out there, a young person who needs to take advantage of this, what specifically do you want to tell that person and the benefits that this is going to bring to the person?
Sure, great question. So the benefits are mainly just helping out, helping others help themselves. That's the main goal here. The main goal is to make sure that when persons are booked, or when a skill set or a skillman knows what he has to do and knows his God-given potential, and his God-given potential can take him around the world. And we want to know that here in Ghana and then through the diaspora of Africa, that we will be moving in the right direction, because we take this personally, we take this as a gift from God to show us where we need to be. The things that I see on a daily basis or with our people. So just making sure that movement and from the young guys and the young people around the world and around in the diaspora, just making sure that everything is well and everything will move.
Isn't that beautiful? Now come up with your final words shortly for the person watching you out there. And then.
Well, listen, we're talking to everyone in Ghana. This is our first location for this application. It is meant to be in many different countries, but this will give you an opportunity for you to be free. Do and work when you want. Make the money that you need when you need it. And at the end of the day, as long as you are free and you're able to take care of your family, you have been able to do what has made you the reason for living every day, is to just be and be able to be successful in what you choose to do. And that's why this platform was built.
Well, amazing. What, you have something in your hands already?
Yes, we do have.
So we brought you a present,
Wow.
of course, so that you can be fitted out in our hustle gear. Okay. So this weekend, actually on Saturday, we're going to be at Achimoto Mall. So if you want to come and see us,
people can.
They can come and meet us at Achimoto Mall on Saturday. We'll be there all day. We're registering new hustlers, and you can sign up with us today. And so we've brought you a shirt so that you can be nice and hustle down in our hustle paraphernalia. And if you come to the mall and you sign up, you'll receive a free gift as well. So you can check us out, download us.
If somebody did not watch this, please send the information to them, and you could catch them at Chimota Mall. And instantly, when you sign up, you get this beautiful T-shirt for yourself. Lady and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having us.
And the name of the app, let's say it together, is what?
Hustle app.
All right. Thank you. We'll be back shortly with more. Do stay with us. It's still GH today. We're back with some more views. As it's getting bigger and as we prepare to meet England, I know your hopes are high. Definitely, we are the outlet, the channel that should bring you all the information about the World Cup. But this morning on GA Today, we're spending time on issues surrounding education. Yes, I mean education and all the sponsorship coming with it. I am happy to have in the studios this morning, that is Wisdom Larry Kwamdo. Wisdom Larry Kwamdo is the CEO and founder of the National Juniors Challenge. I'll share a bit of the Juniors Challenge with you. It's already on TV and it's been running for some time now. But yes, the sponsors are on and they are speaking great about the initiative. So yesterday they joined me. Away from Wisdom, I have Mr. Srini. Mr. Srini is at my extreme. And Srini, how are you doing? Welcome to GH1 today.
Thank you.
All right. Away from Srini, I have Mr. Prem. Prem is the General Manager, Marketing, Indus Life Science Producers of Zinkovit. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm great. And I mean, I could get that booster when I get the Zinkovit. Yeah, I'm sure. All right. So first of all, let's talk about the program. And then we come to the sponsors, okay? So yes, I mean, it's out there. We all know about it. But for somebody who's joining us today, I'd want you to share with us what the Zinkovit National Juniors Challenge is all about.
All right, Kweku, nice having me here. I'm very grateful. Good morning to your listeners. So National Juniors Challenge has been running, like you said, for about 8 years now. And it's a quiz program for junior high schools across the country. It's sort of a replica of the National Science and Maths Quiz, but this is specifically for junior high schools. And like I said, we run this program for all the junior high schools in Ghana, around the regions. So what we do is to register the schools across the country. Of course, we work under GES. We work directly with Ghana Education Service.
Okay.
We register these schools across the country. We move to region by region, run the regional championship, and of course, we qualify schools from the regional sector to Accra for the national championship. So basically, NJC, National Juniors Challenge, is a quiz program for junior high schools across the country.
Prem, and I've met Prem on several platforms. When it comes to pharmaceutical marketing, this man understands the business so well. But I'm wondering, I mean, you look at a program that runs amongst junior high and you say, look, we're going on board this program with Zinkovit. Why? Why the initiative to come on board?
First, thanks for the question. Zinkovit is a flagship brand of Indus Life Sciences. And we feel like the children needs to be nourished with their talents. Okay? And we also feel like partnering with this program will give us an opportunity to invest in the future leaders of the Ghana. So that's why we chose this program to be part of it.
Maybe you can help the parent who is watching right now. When we talk about Zinkovit, you know, what does it do so that that parent out there knows that, okay, if I am getting this from the pharmacy, these are the potency and this is what it's able to do?
Okay. To that question, so it's a prescribed medication. So I don't have authority to say what the medicine does because it's being prescribed by the prescribers. Okay. So it's better they go to a prescriber and get it.
A hospital and then it's prescribed for them.
Yes.
Oh, amazing. I told you this man complies with standard. You know, if it was somebody who would just jump on it and everything. So when you are at your doctor and he thinks this is what you need, obviously he's going to prescribe it to you. But they are thinking, when you work in a society, you give back to society. And that's why they've come to support this program, this initiative. I'll come to you.
But for us, it's not just giving back. Giving back is not our responsibility. But we feel like it's part of our identity, rather.
Oh, your identity.
Yes.
So this is you. Even if it doesn't happen, you still want to be there.
Yes.
You still want to give. You're a cheerful giver. That's amazing. All right. So I'll come to other issues, but before then, let me come also to Srini. Srini, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
Srini is the General Manager, Sales, Indus Life Science Producers of Zinkovit. So let me find out from you, help me get a better understanding. What has been the most rewarding moment? I mean, you being here, you running this program, this supporting. When you sit back, what has been that rewarding moment for you?
Yeah, it's an excellent question. The most rewarding moment for us is engaging close to 200 plus schools in this quiz across the Ghana.
Across the country.
Yeah. By which we are motivating younger minds.
So a lot of people are benefiting, and for you,
Of
that
course.
comes in, it's refreshing
Yeah,
for you.
of course. Yes.
Have you had any feedbacks about it? Anything people are saying that when you think about it, you say, okay, this is how we want to go? Any feedback about,
Really, I spoke with some students. They said they watch this program regularly because since Mr. Larry said it is happening for the past
Exactly.
7-8 years. So we also wanted to take part of this program and do something for the younger people, younger students in the schools.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'll come to wisdom. Wisdom, so what has been the impact, he talks about over 200 people benefiting, the numbers keep increasing. Tell me the impact from your perspective.
So this, like you said, we've engaged almost close to 300 schools across the country, for instance, this year.
Wow.
And in each school, you are going to be getting about 1,000, between 500 and 1,000 kids. In each of these schools. So you do the multiplications. We are touching a lot of lives. Developing young intellectuals on this show. And it must amaze you to know that a lot of the Form 3 students that finish junior high schools and enter into the senior high schools are roped in, on the National Science and Math
Okay,
quiz.
so it's a preparatory
Exactly.
stage, a diving board for them.
That is it.
The learning processes they go through
Exactly.
are similar to...
It must also interest you to know that sometimes when we are even recording some of these, the National Genius Challenge, there are senior high schools there coming to poach some of these students and bring them on National Science and Math quiz. It tells you that this program is actually a preparation ground for a lot of these young minds. Apart from that,
No, wait. So a science teacher was set, like the footballers go out there and
to
scout.
poach, yes.
Like the cricket coach will go out there and scout
Exactly.
and say, this is a talent. And go and
Yes.
tell the parents that in choosing your school, choose this particular school.
Sometimes they actually even allow the students to come to their schools.
Wow.
They give them that opportunity.
So you go straight.
They come because they know this is
They
a
can prepare
talent
you.
that can actually help the school on the bigger stage.
Okay.
And so it is a beautiful preparation ground for them. And apart from that, this program has also offered Uniwis Foundation, of course, they are the organizers of the National Genius Challenge, the opportunity to provide e-libraries for some of these schools that do not have ICT centers. Recently, somewhere in March, we inaugurated an ICT lab, which is also an e-library for one of the schools, a Tesano cluster of schools, which was funded by one of our sponsors. And so these are some of the things we have been doing for some of these schools, especially the less deprived schools, as long as this program is concerned.
Well, I'll come to Prem at this moment because, yes, it's education you are in, but beyond the issue of sponsoring this particular quiz, the National Juniors Challenge, what is Zinkovic's broader vision for supporting education? Does it go beyond this national challenge, especially on the junior side? Do you have a broader vision to reach out to the citizenry, the people?
First, I would rate this as the best question. Because, see, that's our goal. Like, we believe that every child has potential, okay? But what is reaching there is, what a child needs is that a child needs good health, and then proper nutrition, and then quality education. Okay, since we are partnering here, we feel like this investment is going to continue, and we are going to be part of their journey towards achieving their dreams. So that's our goal.
Let me follow up and say, do you see a future? Does Zinkovic see a future with this challenge? In the near future, are you still going to be on? Or you are in for maybe season 8, which I'll come to him on it, and then that would be it. The next time I'm seeing them, it will be another sponsor who is on. Or you think, look, this is a long haul. Ghanaians watch us. When we say we'll do something, we stay on it.
Yeah. So we just don't just do for the sake of doing it, just one program and move ahead to other things. So we have long plans This is a long journey and meaningful journey. So, and this gives us an opportunity to invest in the younger minds. We will be continuing this.
So the assurance here is that I'm going to see you for some time on this particular project, and you are going to be interacting with the thousands of schools that you'll be going to.
So that's our goal. The next year we are going to reach.
Wow.
Our next year's goal is to reach at least 800 to 1,000 schools across Ghana, pan-Ghana.
I'm sure the doctors are listening and they know how you have become a part of our society now. I mean, Wisdom, share with us, is this the 8th?
Yes, this is season 8.
Yes, share a little bit with us. Let the viewers know what format this is going to take, any expectations, what we're looking out for. How different is this going to be, the 8th edition going to be from the previous ones that have happened?
Okay, so at this, I would want to say a very big thank you to Zinkovid for coming on board. I mean, it's been quite challenging over the years, seeking sponsorship for some of these programs, especially educational programs in Ghana. But I would say we are very excited that we have Zinkovid on board. And like he said, we are looking at a long-term, partnership with them. And of course, that is what is going to happen. Now, season 8's going to be very amazing because, like I said, I mean, STEM education is one of the things that government is frontiering now. And so as part of our initiative, we have also decided to add ICT to the program. And so a lot of STEM questions that will challenge the brains of these children. And that is even the reason why moving forward, there are going to be construction of ICT centers and other e-libraries and all those things. I mean, to boost STEM education on the show. And hopefully next year, we are going to be adding coding and robotics to the program. And what we are going to do is that prior to the challenge itself, there will be a coding and robotic, fair, a robotic fair, where all the schools that are going to be participating at the national championship must produce something, and there will be a fair to display all these things that the children are going to produce, of course, to solve a particular problem in the country. And so there are exciting moments on the show, and we cannot wait for these exciting moments.
I also can't wait for it to be telecasted, and I know we should be one of the platforms
you are
showing the challenge on. Prem, I want you to give us your final word, if you can, I mean, on this whole initiative and the beauty that you are seeing so far with Zinkovic and the National Juniors Challenge.
Okay. We can say like it's a humble beginning. So a long way to go. And we will be continuing to do this.
All right.
Okay. And apart from this, we also do a lot of outreach programs. We have reached up to Ketekrashi. We have reached to the
moved all the way to Ketekrachi.
Yes.
You are not Accra based alone.
No, please.
Wow.
So we have traveled through the ferry, reached there, and went to an interior school, and we have donated them the bags, notebooks, pens, and everything for the school where there is nothing there. The school doesn't have proper amenities. And we are also planning to select few schools and take care of the basic needs where the school is lacking, like basic amenities. We are planning to take care of those things in future.
All right. Srini, if you're a father, there are young people even watching and parents watching. What would you want to say finally before you go to anybody who is watching?
I always say, I am in Ghana for the past 13 years. So almost, I'm also a Ghanaian.
You're a Ghanaian already. We'll give you a Ghanaian name, yes. So what do you want to say to them?
Yeah, I wish all the children all the very best for their future. We are there to back up.
I'll give you 30 seconds.
Hopefully today we are launching the program at Methodist University in Dansoman. We are launching it. So Monday we'll start recording, and on the 4th of July, NJC will start airing on your platform and on one other platform. Yes, please.
Oh, we shouldn't have missed that. So it's happening what time?
So it's starting at 11 a.m.
And the venue is?
Methodist University at Dansoman.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so if you have nothing doing, you can go in and share. Is it strictly by invitation or all schools can come? It's open to everybody.
Yeah.
Wisdom, thank you. Srini, Prem, thank you. We're grateful for the support for Ghana. And for you out there, we're grateful that you are following, obviously. It would be aired on the various channels. Of course, GH1 TV should be your #1 outlet that you would be watching the National Juniors Challenge. So we'll come back with more. It's G today, and we're back with more this day. Great dancer. If you're not, it's easy to dance, just a movement up and down, and you are in some rhythm and you're getting it. Well, it's all about the Kizomba Connect Dance 5th anniversary. Did I get it right? Kizomba Connect Ghana. That's the 5th anniversary. And hey, we're doing some Kizomba dance. It's a Friday. We're taking it easy right here in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, you're all very much welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right. So it's a delight having you. In a while, I'll just go straight into the swing, the 5th anniversary, what you've been doing so far. But it'll be great to have your names. Ajwa, I know, but help me.
Derek Joali.
Nice meeting you. And Ajwa? You are all founders of...
Yeah, we are co-founders of Kizomba Connect Ghana.
Amazing. Okay, so share a little bit with us. I mean, dance, anniversary, I mean, all this euphoria and excitement. Who would want to take it first? Let's do ladies first. So, Joafula, how long have you been doing this? Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, I've actually been dancing for 8 years. Yes, and the benefits were so enormous after 3 years. So then that's when we decided to start Kizomba Connect Ghana and to share it with mainly our corporate friends.
Whoa.
Because we are both in corporate. I was in Zenith Bank, and the stress there, but Kizomba did the magic for me, and we said, look, this is something great. Let's share it with other corporate people out there so that they also benefit from it.
Okay, so I don't want to take it to any institution. The stress along the corporate lines with targets and everything is so much. And sometimes it's strenuous on your mind. Exactly. I mean, you are done with work and you don't even know where to go. So, Derek, so I come and dance and I'm done. I'm okay. You're sure it's therapeutic?
Yes, it is therapeutic. There is a whole science and all that behind it. And
share
psychology
more with
of
me,
it.
I mean.
As part of our activities, even we're having a psychotherapist come through, do a talk on that. I mean, dance is a shortcut to joy, if you would put it like that. When you dance, studies are proving that you release a cocktail of hormones. You can call them the dose: dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins as well. So they are all responsible for different things: stress-releasing hormones, trust hormones.
I don't want to take you into the sciences because you seem to have grabbed your words very well. I'm comfortable taking you into the anniversary. Later on, I'll get the health aspects come into those lines. But share with us a little bit. It's the 5th anniversary. How have you been doing? And, what are the activities earmarked for this?
Right. So we've been putting in a lot of work. Actually, the 5th anniversary is a big milestone to celebrate. Our dance journeys date back quite a few years. And we've built a community of people that can come together to connect, to grow. We are advancing culture and promoting dance wellness, general well-being as well. So we've put together this community over the years. We've built a vibrant community that comes together to get people to understand the role of dancing that goes a long way to influence how dance promotes general well-being and also fostering positive and good human relations. So we have a lineup of activities coming through as a week-long celebration. Starts on Monday, 22nd, with the official launch at the Moving Pick Ambassador Hotel. We are privileged to be having the presence of His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Republic of Angola to Ghana. He'll be joining us. So it's
Is he a dancer himself?
Well, the dance originates from Angola, and it's a big part of their culture. So from little kids all the way to older people,
have mastered it already.
all of them can dance, and it's a beauty to watch them. So we're looking to connect our local community here to. We have the diplomats of the Angola embassy coming through, so we are going to have a nice social dance then. Tuesday we have the watch party, Ghana, England. So we are riding on the back of this win from this week. Looking forward to that. Wednesday we'll go around our other sister communities.
We'll christen it Kizomba One Goal Project.
Let's go.
Okay. But let me get to Ajwa. I'm sure you come back to some other pointers. Now, Ajwa, I know my Tai Chi is a health thing. I know my jogging on a Bree Mountain, physical activity is a wellness too. But when they say dance, and you say, look, I've been dancing for some time now, are you sure dance is a wellness too?
You know what? I gym, I jog, I play tennis. I used to do all that before dance. I still combine the two. And one distinct thing about dance, that dance does is that it affects your mental health positively. Because it requires you to be present. You see, when I'm at the gym or I'm jogging, you can still be thinking about work, email, but Kizomba requires you to be present. So it reduces your stress levels. And that's one distinct thing about dance that is positive, because when you are stressed at work, sometimes going to the gym even becomes another stressful thing to take off the box. But dance is fun. You're going to meet people, network, socialize, and then you still get your steps because it's cardio. You still distress.
Wow.
So dance over gym any day. But I do both anyway. But if you do one, I would recommend dancing.
Wow.
Yeah.
And dance, I guess, is more fun.
It's more fun.
Under
you
the
can
metals,
dress.
a lot of
I'm telling you, you are sweating
activity.
like, oh God, I am going to the gym. But dance, today is Friday. We are dancing tonight. Everybody in the community is already excited.
Wow.
We are going to. So.
Let me come to Derek. Derek, I'm hearing the fun part is the connection, the people you're meeting, the vibe that goes on. Golfers will tell you, hey, when we meet, I mean, tell me, is there some level of connection amongst since you started this? I mean, networking, some positivity you've seen?
Certainly, yes. The dance is founded around the principles of trust, communication, respect, all that. And in a space where people come together and it's all bound by excitement and distressing after work and all that, in a joyous atmosphere, definitely you're going to have people connect and all that. I had feedback of people coming together, finding jobs together, getting on projects together and all that. People finding confidence outside of being in isolation and all that. So definitely the positives are numerous to count.
But I want to add this, Ajua talked about stress and everything, and you even touched on it marginally, mental health. Yes. I mean, this 5th anniversary has something to do with mental health also, and why?
Yes, right. So the theme for our anniversary, like you rightly said, is dance for mental health, because by the nature of Kizomba, the way you dance and all that, you cannot dance Kizomba and be stressed. And I challenge anybody to come through. You cannot dance Kizomba and be stressed.
True. You cannot dance Kizomba and be stressed.
Because you are required to be mentally present. You're listening to music. You're connecting with your dance partner and all that. So that gave, that was the basis for how we came about the Dance for Mental Health. We want to chip in, we want to use the 5th anniversary as an opportunity to also chip in on the conversation about general well-being and especially mental well-being as well. It's a topic that is gaining popularity, and we feel that it is good to echo that out there a little more.
So what makes Kizomba different from the different dance and everything? Ajay Tesuwa gave us break dance. Now all of a sudden you've picked Kizomba.
Kizomba is a partnership.
Okay.
2 people come together, a lead and a follow. They are communicating, so there's communication. It's basically team bonded. So I'll say there's a lot more lessons you derive from Kizomba that you can even extend into your life in general. When it comes to the corporate, how to work together as a team, everybody bringing in their A game and working together as one, all of those things. And it makes you confident. So there are a lot of other life lessons you get in Kizomba. So that makes it distinct from the Ajay Tesuwa just having fun. There's a lot more to it.
Please, Ajay Tesuwa, wherever you are, just mention it as a pointer. But yes, it's the 5th anniversary, Derek. What do you want people to take home? I mean, after this whole thing is down, week-long celebration, what should be the pointers that people should be taking home?
Right. So, I'll start from where I'll end by saying that, people can understand that dance is not just an entertainment, but it's a pathway to finding connection, finding well-being, finding confidence, finding a community that you can belong to, and doing something that you enjoy well into your good, ripe, old age. So that is what I want people to take away from that.
Within 30 seconds, I want you to share it. So just run us through the anniversary lineup so that if anybody can tie in at any point in time, and maybe if there are some partners who are helping you in this as final words.
Okay, so the first is Monday at Moving Pick. That's the launch.
Okay.
Then
I'll be there myself to dance.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. And the second activity is the watch party. After Ghana wins, we are going to have an after party. So Ghana is winning. Black Stars
till morning.
So
and
we
then
are
we'll
winning.
come from there to pick your office dress. Yeah, straight to work.
Ghana jersey.
Okay.
We watch the game. Ghana wins. We blow, and then Kizomba
will follow throughout the night.
Distress.
Till morning. Yeah.
Then after that, we have the weekender. which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Fridays at Accra City Hotel, Saturdays at Nat Heights, and then Sundays at Alisa Hotel.
Wow, that's packed. I mean, is there anything else you want to add? Are there supporters?
Well, you did mention about our partners. We've been very fortunate to have some very great brands partnering with us. Alisa Hotel, Accra City Hotel, Movenpick Ambassador Hotel, Boat, Scooter Restaurant, Wear Ghana, that's made some of our outfit, Wear Ghana, Republic of Africa. So, yeah, thanks to all those brands for partnering with us on this one.
It's a Kizomba week, and hey, watch out for that. After Ghana match, the dance, I'll be there. So it starts from Monday, ladies and gentlemen. You are so very much
looking forward to see you.
that you came. I'll be there myself. And remember, guys, we're doing Kizomba. I'm not done yet. I'm coming back with more. But yes, I wanted you to do a dance for me, but I don't know. It might take a little bit of my time. Maybe just up and swing. I don't know how your microphones are set, but yeah.
We can mesmerize you.
All right. Okay. So just in a few seconds, and then we're using it to round it up. And when we come back, we're doing more. So over to you guys.
Would you like us to be right here?
Oh, just do a little. All right. This one, I don't have a partner. That's why I'm not joining. Hey. It's mentioned when it comes to the World Cup, your best bet is to stay with us here on GH1 TV and much more the EIB networks, because our various platforms, online radio, will be giving you every bit of the updates, and of course all the presenters are glued in, and we have our men on the ground to give you up to the minute updates on every match. Well, I've been talking about several other issues. We've brought you the politics of it and everything. It's now time to talk about your health. And indeed, I'm looking at your eye. Your vision is everything. Without it, you are just in darkness. To help me do this is Evans Asiedu. Let me mention Dr. Evans Asiedu Sefa. Doc, you are very much welcome. Doc is from the Great Kingdom Medical Center. That is all the way where Ekropon?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So Ekropon is in the house. I mean, Doc, this morning you want to share some insights on our eye health.
Yes.
With us. And specifically, we're looking at
cataract. So rightly you said, it's a football season. We are all ready to watch Ghana play very fantastic football. But trust me, if you don't have a good vision, you will not enjoy it as much. So Great Kingdom Medical Center, we believe that no one should lose their sight because of a condition that can be curable or treatable. So we want to give back to the community, and hence we have enrolled a program, an outreach program we have titled Restoring Vision and Restoring Your Hope. You know, when you have your vision, you are independent, and then you can restore your dignity and your vision. So Great Kingdom Medical Center have championed this program to give people within the community and its environment and Ghana at large who require restoration of their vision because of issues with cataract. So we are opening up, doing some screening programs. Then whenever you have been diagnosed of cataract and you are eligible for the surgery, we enroll you on this free surgery program, and it will be done free of charge come 2nd and 3rd July.
Doctor, help us. So for somebody watching tonight, I beg your pardon, this morning, and he's not, he's seeing signs, or there are signs that should show that, hey, you need to see or take some eye care or something. Yeah. I mean, what are signs when we talk about cataract? What are some of the things that will bring you closer to it?
Okay. So before I even move to the science, let me tell you, you see, the cataract is clouding or blurring of your natural lens, which is found in the globe of the eye. And this lens focuses the light or the light rays that is coming into your eye back to a film that we call retina. And this retina interprets what you see because it sends signals to the brain. So when this lens is clouded, because it is made up of protein, and then when this protein breaks down, and then you lose that ability to focus well the light and the rays that are coming into the eye to the retina. So people with cataract or cataract issues will have blurred vision or cloudy vision. Some of them may be sensitive to certain light. And then some may have blurred vision at night, and they may be having color fading. You'll be seeing the colors, but it will be a little bit faded. So these are some of the top-notch signs that anybody living with cataract will experience.
But can this be prevented? Okay. And or if you have it, is it you are doomed? Can something be done?
Yes, surely. Something can be done. The root cause of cataract, the major cause of cataract has to do with aging. Okay, once you age, then the proteins in the lens begin to also age and break down. For instance, all those who wear spectacles, you know that you'll be wearing spectacles for a very long time, but for some time you notice that the lens or the power of the focus reduces because of certain, no fault of yours, but it reduces. Same for the lens. As you age, you begin to experience issues with your lens. So people living with
cataract, it can be treated. You shouldn't see it as a problem of aging and therefore you do not do anything about it. That is one of the major reasons why people do not seek help, because they feel it is part of aging process, so they do not seek help. The other cause of people not seeking help has to do with the awareness. That is why we are using this opportunity, this platform, to create awareness of cataract surgeries being done and it being very safe. And financial constraint. That is why we are also using this opportunity to give to people who cannot afford to have this thing done, to have these surgeries done immediately so that they can restore their sight and enjoy their football matches.
And you're saying this is free?
This is very free. So the screening program, which is every Thursday, we began yesterday, 18th, and then we are doing another screening on the 25th June. That is next week, Thursday. And then all those that were sampled to have cataract surgery or diagnosed with cataract will be they'll be screened. If they are eligible or they are the surgery is indicated, then we'll have the surgeries done for them free of charge.
I'm tempted to find out, is recovery from cataract surgery very swift? You can walk up the next few days and just go to work, or, just give us some insights and education on it.
So when it comes to cataract surgery, it's one of the safest surgeries that has been can be done globally. And it is one of the successful ones, especially if it is done by an expert. So if an expert handles your cataract surgery, you are very safe. And it is usually a day procedure whereby you come same day, your surgery is being done, and within few days, vision is improved. Within 4 to 6 weeks, complete healing is restored. So cataract surgeries are one of the safest surgeries being done by the expert, the ophthalmologist. And so when you come to Great Kingdom Medical Center, we have our expert, specialist ophthalmologist who is handling with his team, handling this program, screening every patient that walks in with his team, and then surgeries will be done by this group of experts who have been trained to do this thing in safe conditions.
Doc, I must admit that personally, when it comes to, eye checkups and the like, I have defaulted some way, somewhat. Yes. And after your advocacy, I'll change. And I'm sure a lot of people watching us this morning know that they have equally not done well when it comes to just going to see the ophthalmologist and saying that, oh, I just came to check my eye. I'm on a routine check. I mean, how important is this? And maybe, let me say, how regular should a person go for checkup, especially with the eye?
Yes, so continuous or regular checkups with your ophthalmologist is very important. Eyesight, when you lose your eyesight, you lose a lot of things. So it's very sad that greater part of our life, we do not pay attention to our eye until something devastating happens. But it is a very bad practice or a very bad habit that we all have to change. So I will encourage everyone to have at least twice in a year your eyes being checked. You see, any disease, we say the eye is like is the way into your brain. Okay, it's the door to your brain. So if you lose your eye, you lose a lot of function that the brain can give to you. So I will encourage everyone to have at least regular eyesight checks, even if you don't have any issue with your eye. Okay, because when you lose your sight, it's going to have a lot of a daunting effect on your life. We can have hypertension in the eye, which is called a glaucoma. Okay, if not picked early, you may lose your sight. Okay, apart from the cataract, we have other diseases that can affect the eye. And I'll use this occasion to also educate people not to abuse certain medication that are put on the eye without a doctor's prescription. Usually when you get certain redness of the eye, oh, it is Apollo. then you get some over-the-counter medication, and then you will apply. Okay, cancers do occur in the eyes as well, and they may also begin with just little signs, just like redness of the eye or pain in the eye. That when it is picked early, you are going to be treated, and then you may achieve cure. So I will encourage everybody.
So just going to that over-the-counter and say, "May need my eye drop."
It's a bad practice. Yes, it's a very bad practice. Okay.
Just come back while you prepare to round it up on, this community program, this community outreach, and how important it is, and which are the areas you are looking at, and then round it up with the final surgeries that will be done for them, even as we prepare to round it up. If you have some contacts that people can take advantage. I believe television gets results, or places you think, look, meet me up here at this time, and the team will be available to assist you.
So the Restoring Vision, Restoring Hope program, which is being done or conducted by the Great Kingdom Medical Center, is offering a comprehensive eye screening program. Okay, on the Thursdays of 18th of June and the 25th of June. So the first one was done yesterday. So the next one will be done on 25th. That's next week, Thursday. And everybody that comes in there with an eye issue will be screened comprehensively. You have your visual acuity being checked. You have the slit lamp microscope being used to assess the lens of your eye. And any issue that is pertaining to the eye will be told you. And however, if it is because of cataract, you are having blurred vision, we are going to enroll you onto the free surgery program, and then you will have these surgeries being done for you. Okay, so this is what we are hoping to do. So on the 2nd and 3rd of July, all those that have been screened and are eligible for the surgery are going to have their free surgeries done for them. So you can find us in Ekropon, about 5 to 7 minutes drive from Tetekwashi Memorial Hospital. I can share a contact with you if you don't mind. It's not off head, so let me just borrow my phone and just do this. So you can call us on 059-372-2619 for direction and for any information. I take the number again, 059-372-2619.
All right, so Doctor, I got the contact in there. Well, it's a beautiful thing you are doing, and much more. You are very toned down on pricing and saying, look, even if you don't have resources, just come over. We have a way of helping you because we want you all to have your vision. You can't be hearing goal and not be seeing it on your screen. So let's take this very seriously. Doctor, we're grateful. Dr. Sefa, we're grateful that you joined us today to share with us. Yes, the number is right there on the screen. Doctor, if you can mention it out there again. Okay. For them, it's 05937. You can see it and mention it.
So the number is 059-372-2619.
We're grateful, and once you just call in, there'll be somebody to assist you. So you have no excuse to say, I really didn't have money. You, whatever the situation, just go in there. They would advise, and if it requires surgery, he says it's a very successful process, so you don't have to be afraid. Dr. Sefa, once again, we're grateful that you joined us all the way from Ekropon today. I don't know if your birthday is just around the corner.
My birthday is in August.
Okay, so yes, we'll just take a few months. But some people have their birthdays today, and when we come back, we're sharing all the details. Oh, yes, we're just giving them to you. So happy birthday to you, Zach. Yes, Zach, is your birthday. You are a rare gem and a fine gentleman. God bless your new age and bring your vision into fruition. So Zach, wherever you are, you have the message. Happy birthday. And now we celebrate adorable Portia Abnewuku. Portia, it's your birthday. May your day be as beautiful and as special as you are. May this new chapter of your life be filled with grace, success, good health, and unforgettable moments. Wishing you endless happiness today and always. Enjoy your special days. So yes, happy birthday to Portia Abna Ewuko. All right, but just before we go, Nanaba Anamwa, oh my beautiful colleague. Nana, it's your birthday today also. If the public don't know, I'm sharing with them. 19th of June is the birthday of the diva herself in the media landscape, the advocate for women, Nanaba Anamwa. Wherever you are, on behalf of the entire team at EIB Network, we want to celebrate you. We want to say Afisha Pa. We want to say enjoy the season, the period, and may all your secret prayers be answered. On that note, I want to end up today. My name is Kodjo. It was a delight coming your way all morning till this time of the day. Remember not to take your channel away from this station because we have information, education, and entertainment. Keep it locked right here. Enjoy the rest of your morning.
Yeah.